book Elevation to Krishna Consciousness. Today we're gonna start with our 6th chapter, Taking to Krishna Consciousness. Let's see. In India, all scriptures and great spiritual teachers, including Shankaracharya, an impersonalist, accept Krishna as the Supreme Lord. In the beginning of his commentary on the Bhagavad Gita, Shankaracharya says that Narayana is transcendental to this manifested and unmanifested creation. And in the same commentary, he says that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, is Krishna appearing as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. Thus, in this respect, there is little difference of opinion about Krishna. Those who are authorities, be they personalists or impersonalists, are in agreement that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. So, one thing we should understand here that you will find many incarnations of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna incarnates in different incarnations for performing his pastimes, for performing his leela, to reciprocate with the devotees. But one should understand that those incarnations are non-different from Krishna. So if he is worshipping Lord Vishnu, then that is also Lord Krishna. If someone is worshipping Lord Narasimha, then that is also Krishna. And it's not like that Lord Vishnu is highest or Lord Narasimha is lowest. Nothing like that. There are no any ups and downs. All the incarnations of Lord Krishna are non-different from Krishna. So that's why we should save ourselves from committing this offense of assuming that, oh, he is the devotee of Lord Rama and we are the devotee of Lord Krishna, so he is inferior to us. It's not like that. All the incarnations of Lord Krishna is Lord Krishna only, and if he is serving any of these incarnations, then that means he's serving Lord Krishna. It's just there is difference of rasa. That's it. And one more thing, what Prabhupada ji wants to clarify here is that we should, whatever scriptures we are hearing, reading, so we should know this thing that the authorities, the highest authorities, our Purv Acharyagan, they have accepted Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because it is mentioned in our scriptures, and scriptures are from eternal time. Bhagavad Gita is from eternal time. It's not like that it came 5,000 years ago only. It's not like that. So we should always be under senior authorities, valid authorities. And that's why it is important to hear in disciplic succession. Because people say unnecessary things. They just say anything. About Krishna also they speak whatever they just speculate. But it is important to understand Krishna as it is, we hear in disciplic succession. So, moving forward now. When Krishna was present on this planet, he proved by his activities and opulence that he is the Supreme Lord. Yes, you will see now that any ordinary child, activities of those the activities of that ordinary child and activities of Krishna, there is a huge difference. Although Krishna is showing his naughtiness, but in that also he is showing his opulences, his great power. which an ordinary child cannot do. If we are actually anxious to understand who and what the Supreme Lord is, all of the information is given in Vedic literatures. If we utilize whatever we have in our possession to understand God, Krishna will prove that He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If we really want to know Krishna, then Krishna will really reveal Himself to us by time, gradually. So it is very much important that what is our intention. You will find many people like who get association of devotees. They will know that yeah, ultimate purpose of this human form of life is to serve Krishna, to get his love, and to get out of this cycle of birth and death. But then also because they quit their hearing, they will quit their chanting also, and because they will quit their sadhana, and now they will not no more be saying this thing that the ultimate purpose of human form of life is serving Krishna. Because they you will not find them practicing their sadhanas. This is practical thing. There is one Mataji. She was very regular in classes. Like from the very starting, when I started taking the classes, she was coming from that time only. But suddenly she was not able to hear classes regularly. But she was chanting 16 rounds constantly. But yesterday only she texted me that because I'm not able to hear classes, so now chanting 16 rounds seems heavy to me. I'm feeling very difficulty to chant 16 rounds. Please help me. So I told her, you already told the answer. The problem which you are going through, you have already told the answer that why are you going with all these things because you are not hearing, so definitely chanting will be burden. So you will see almost every single day we hear this thing that if you will not hear classes, then chanting holy names of Krishna will be heavy for you. We almost hear this every single day. So this is very important that whatever we are hearing, instead of just hearing it just for the sake of hearing, yeah, she's saying or Prabhuji is saying that yeah, we should attend classes. But it is really not, I feel it is really not that important because important is we chant. So I'm already chanting. I'm not feeling any difficulty in chanting. And even if I'm not able to chant attentively, then also I'm pronouncing holy names of Krishna very nicely. So then also I'm getting benefit. So it really does not matter if I'm not hearing. But she herself was telling this thing that now chanting 16 rounds seems very heavy to me. I'm not able to chant it. So see, it is very much important that we hear every single day. Please don't hear this line for the sake of hearing. Note this down in your mind that if we will quitting hearing even for skipping hearing even for one day is dangerous because we have not been practicing Krishna consciousness from eternal time. So we even don't know that what person will come in our life and whatever rubbish thing he will tell us, and we may get bewildered. This happens. Even people, the devotees who are practicing Krishna consciousness from years, if they hear something from non-devotees, they often get bewildered. So this is really not ordinary thing. Which is not ordinary thing? That if we will skip our hearing, then that is fine. It is dangerous even if you are skipping it for one day. So never ever You should never ever skip your hearing. This is very important to understand. Hearing is very important. So yes, Prabhupada is telling here that if we really want to know Krishna, then Krishna will really reveal himself to us by time. And by time means gradually as we will practice our sadhana nicely, Krishna will reveal us gradually. If we but accept this one fact, then all of our education is complete. Yes, if you are hearing about Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, small books of Srila Prabhupada ji, which is not different from Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, then there is no need of reading any other scripture. Because summary of all the Vedas is that you become devotee of Krishna. This is the summary of all the Vedas. All the scriptures, Vedic scriptures, their summary is that we become devotee of Krishna. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj was telling this, that all the scriptures are conveying only two principles. The very first principle is that you always remember Krishna, and second principle is that you never forget Krishna. It is same thing, but it is amazing that if you are getting habitual of serving Krishna more and more, then you are actually uh, progressing. You are actually progressing in your life. That is the real progress. That is the real education. This is the real education that we are getting. It is fashionable to research to try to find out who is God, but this is not necessary. God is present and He Himself says, Mattah parantaram nanyat kinchinasti dhananjaya mai shravam mai sharvam idam protam sutre manigana iva. मत्तः परं तरन्नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वम् इदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव. O conqueror of wealth, Arjuna, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me. Me means Krishna, as pearls are strung on a thread. See now, Krishna, only Krishna is telling this thing. There is no, I repeat this thing again and again, that there is no any other person who can say like this. He might say falsely, but no one can say like this, that there is no truth superior to me. You will not find any other demigod or messenger of Lord saying this. Only Lord Krishna is saying like this, straightforwardly. I really don't understand this thing that people who read Bhagavad Gita by themselves also. So, Lord Krishna is telling this thing straightforwardly, but then also they don't understand this. I remember when for the first time I saw Mahabharat. So, in that also, like that serial, so in that also, that person who was playing role of Lord Krishna, he was saying like this, that everything is coming from me, I am the source of everything, etc., etc. So at that time also, this thing clicked in my mind that okay, so Krishna is everything. Means like I accepted it. I was knowing this thing that oh, Krishna is like this. Krishna is saying that I am everything, everything is coming from me, all whatever living beings, they are fragmental part of me. So he was telling this thing to Arjuna. So at that time also, I was thinking that, oh, Krishna is like this. But of course, until and unless any person will not directly hear from scriptures, he will not be able to surrender to Krishna like that. Because we are actually, we will never know that we actually have to surrender also. We will never know this. We will never know things by ourselves. Even though we are hearing this, that okay, Krishna is everything, Krishna is the source of everything, but then also, if we will not know this thing, that if Krishna is everything, that means he is supreme personality. So intelligence is we surrender unto him. So if we will not hear this, we will never know this, that we have to actually surrender to God. We have to actually rely on the mercy of Lord. We will never know this until we will hear it from scriptures. We will never know that what sadhanas we have to practice until we will hear it in disciplic succession. I know many people, they tell me that we have been reading Bhagavad Gita from 5 years, 6 years, but I ask them, do you chant? Then say that, yeah, we chant 24 hours in our minds. But that is actually not the right etiquette. And that's why you will not see much visible transformations in their lives. So it is very much important that we hear. You only think about this thing now. If any devotee would not have told you that you should chant Hare Krishna, then you might not be chanting it right now. Or you should offer your food to Krishna, then you might not be offering it to Krishna. This is really surprising that people who read Bhagavad Gita like this, so they might have read 3.13 also, shloka of third chapter, 13th shloka, in which Krishna is telling that anyone who is not offering to me whatever they consume, they are actually consuming sin. So even after reading this by their own, they never offer their food to Krishna, or they may offer it occasionally. So it is very much important to hear in disciplic succession. Very important. So yes, Krishna is saying like this, that there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. So you might see uh, kanthimala in your neck. So you will find that your kanthimala, it has many beads, not pearls, but beads, tulsi beads, and it is strung on a thread. Is it not? So there was very beautiful picture of Lord Krishna when we discussed this in Hindi class. So Lord Krishna was wearing a garland. So in that garland, there were variety of flowers. So from that, what we can understand, that there are people of variety of consciousness. We have different varieties. Every person have different consciousness. Is it not? But then also, if it is strung on a thread, like those flowers, if those are just like those flowers, those are strung on a thread and it makes a garland. So same way, people who have different consciousness, if they put their consciousness to Krishna, in serving Krishna, in understanding Krishna, then they actually become valuable. You just think now, if that garland, okay, it's looking beautiful, but when we offer it to Lord Krishna, then that garland has really that garland really becomes valuable. Otherwise, it will be just waste. Why I'm telling this? Again, same thing coming. that whatever we are doing, if we are not doing it for Krishna, then it is complete waste. So, moving forward, this information is not only given in Bhagavad Gita, but in other scriptures as well. And it has been accepted from the very beginning by great acharyas, teachers like Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Lord Chaitanya, and many other stalwart authorities. Even at the present moment, those who do not accept Krishna as the Supreme Lord are accepting the knowledge given by Krishna to Arjuna. That's why you will find people reading Bhagavad Gita. Even though they are not accepting Krishna as Supreme Personality, but then also they are accepting the knowledge given by Krishna to Arjuna. So I often ask this question with people that have you read Bhagavad Gita? Many people say that yeah, we have read. Then I ask, are you living Bhagavad Gita in your practical life? Then they say, yeah, we are following some part of it. So even if they have not accepted Krishna as Supreme Personality because they have been reading it by their own, or anyone, they might have not got the association of devotees, but then also they are accepting the knowledge given by Krishna to Arjuna. So in this way, they are accepting Krishna indirectly. Even though you will see Krishna tells this in Bhagavad Gita that any person, if he is worshipping demigods, then he is indirectly serving me only. But intelligence is that we serve Krishna directly, because that way only we get direct benefit. If one accepts Bhagavad Gita as a great book of knowledge, he is also accepting Krishna indirectly. There is no doubt that the supreme absolute truth is Krishna, and that we have our eternal relationship with Krishna. So, yes, people often accept it. Even you will see people who have not read Bhagavad Gita yet, they also accept this thing that, yeah, Bhagavad Gita is a great scripture, great book. They accept it, even though they haven't read it yet. Or people who are reading it, they are reading it because they know that Bhagavad Gita is a great book. So they are accepting Krishna, but indirectly. Directly accepting Krishna means you are directly engaged in the services of Krishna. You are directly offering food to Krishna. You are directly chanting holy names of Krishna with your tongue and not in your mind. You are directly cooking for Krishna. And it's not like that, yeah, we are cooking and we will also offer some food to Krishna. Many people do like this. Like there is one person. So I asked him that, do you have Krishna deity at your home? Then he said, yes, we have Laddu Gopalji. So I told him, okay, you should start offering your food to him, to Laddu Gopalji. So he said, my auntie already offer food to him. Means every single day she offers food to Laddu Gopalji. But where they were lacking, I asked him to send the photograph of his deity. So where they were lacking, they that deity of Laddu Gopalji was there between demigods. That means they are assuming that all are gods and it is good to offer our food to gods. So they were not knowing this, that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So see, when anyone assuming Lord Krishna similar to demigods, then that is actually an offense. Because even I was wondering that At my home also, my mother used to offer food to Krishna from very starting. But then also there were no any transformations because she was also assuming that all are gods. Krishna is also God and Ganesh is also God. This is also God. That is also God. So that's why how Krishna will reciprocate like this? If we are assuming all are gods, all are similar. So when we directly offer services to Krishna, then Krishna reciprocates with us. And one more thing one should understand that if any person he is doing it in innocency, then also Krishna arranges association of devotees for him. This is also one thing that he might be doing it in innocency. So Krishna knows everything. So Krishna arranges association of devotees for him so that he may understand that who really Krishna is. Have you ever have you ever felt this? Like experienced this? I often experience this when I like think about this thing in deep that whom am I serving to? Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Supreme means there is no one beyond him. And I feel a special kind of feeling at that time. Can you relate with this? That feeling is something different. You should try to meditate on this thing every single day that we are serving Supreme Personality. Today also, when we attended Darshanarti, so that song Govindam Adi Purusham Tamham Bhajami. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamham Bhajami. So I try to meditate on this line that we are serving the original Supreme Personality. It's a really big fortune, and Krishna is allowing us to serve him. We should try to meditate on this. You will experience something like amazing. That feeling will be something amazing. So there is no doubt that the supreme absolute truth is Krishna and that we have our eternal relationship with Krishna. All right, now we will continue the discussion in our next class if Krishna is willing. Svila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Pramanande, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.